These are the worst 5 exercises that you're probably already doing in the gym. I'm gonna show you why they're so bad and how to fix them. Number 1 is 21, aka why your biceps are small. You perform 21s by doing 7 reps at the top of the curl, 7 reps at the bottom of the curl, and then finish off the set by doing 7 full range of motion bicep curls. This adds up to 21, hence the name. Well, to start off, it's in the wrong order. What you should be doing instead is doing your first reps at the top of the range of motion, then doing full range of motion reps, and finish off with long lengthened partials, aka the bottom reps. Because of the barbell circular resistance profile, the most tension is at 90 degrees here. So the half reps at the bottom and the half reps at the top are not really worth it. I'm not disagreeing with you saying it's an easy exercise by any part. It hurts like a motherfucker, and you do get a great pump from it. All I'm saying is just do regular curls. It's really hard to progressively overload these because you go to 8 reps on each one, and it's really hard to standardize form if you go up weight. It's just a shit show pretty much. If you really want to do 21s and they're a staple in bicep exercises, this is how I do them. Walk over to the cable machine, stand a little bit back where you can feel the tension in your biceps already, then do 7 half reps at the top, then do 7 full range of motion reps, and then finish off with 7 partials. You can easily progressively overload because the cable stack goes up in smaller increments than your other barbell curls that goes up in 0.5 or 2.5 kilos. You've got constant tension because the cables provide that. Grow some biceps. Try this out instead of doing your traditional 21s. If you like videos like this, I really appreciate it. Subscribe. All right, let's get into it. Number 2 is the Arnold press. This is a shoulder press variation where apparently you can hit both the side and front delt all in one press by the slight twist that you do, and it's been created by Arnold, hence the name. No. There's just simply no need for the Arnold press. We've seen that you don't actually need to train your anterior or front delt now because of all the pressing movements that you do uses your front delts, and usually it becomes overdeveloped compared to your rear delts and your lateral deltoids. These are hard to progressively overload on because it's hard to standardize your form and the tempo that you're using because of the twist that you use. This is more likely to cause your wrist to hurt, you to have some sort of pain in your shoulders, and then complain about it on chest day. You're like, oh, my left shoulder always hurts. Please stop doing the Arnold press. Just because Arnold did it doesn't mean that you have to do it. There's so many better options. Instead, I would use this. A Smith Machine shoulder press is much more stable than the dumbbells already. This means you can take it closer to failure without having the risk of injuring yourself. Leads to more gains, giving you bigger front delts, but you also don't even need a front delt movement. Instead, I'd recommend just skipping the front delt movement and doing this instead. Instead, go up to your local cable machine, use a D handle, strap it on, raise the height 2 or 3 notches to where your hand is about 90 degrees with the cable stack, and try and think about reaching the other side of the room when you're doing these lateral raises. If you get rid of your front delt work and your stupid Arnold press and just do lateral raises, it builds your side delts, which makes you look bigger, which is one of the most aesthetic muscles, and your front delts will have already been worked on your pressing movements, saving you time in the gym and make you be able to train these a lot harder and build them up a bit better. Stop doing the Arnold press, onto the next exercise. Number 3 is every influencer's favorite movement, the hex press, to target the inner chest. The hex press is performed by squeezing the dumbbells as tightly together while pressing up, targeting the inner chest, except you simply can't target the inner chest. To start off, what's wrong with it? It's actually a tricep movement. There's little to no upper arm abduction over the pectoral muscles. What that pretty much means is you don't do this. There's actually more of this going on. Elbow flexion and elbow extension. Therefore, it's more of a tricep exercise. There's also no inner chest and you can't target it. There's only an upper, a lower, and a mid, and what you've got in here is just genetics. So the best thing you can do is build up your entire chest. Oh, I feel a connection in my chest when I do it. Yeah, you do feel a connection. As simple as, because when you do this, you also feel a connection with no weight. So what you're actually doing to your inner chest is nothing. Your triceps are gonna burn out before your chest does. It's also hard to progressively overload on because once again, you're using dumbbells which only go up in 2.5 kilos. So it's gonna be very hard to add weight if you don't match the reps that you did last week, and it's just gonna be a shit show. Instead, this is what I'd recommend. If you wanna target the triceps, a close grip bench press is gonna be a lot better alternative than using dumbbells. You're more stable because of the barbell. You can have a spotter so that you can take it closer to failure. The weights go up in slightly better increments so you can progressively overload on it, and it's a great exercise to add mass onto your arms. If you really wanna target the inner chest, this is what I'd recommend. So yeah, you really wanna just squeeze like that and just tense that ass. you can't target the inner chest. Instead, just progressively overload on your normal chest movements, do an incline variation, and then do a fly variation. Simple as that. And if you want to grow your triceps, do a fucking close grip. Don't do a hex press like every other influencer that gets oiled up on Instagram. Exercise number 4 is the dumbbell kickback. What the fuck even is this exercise? The tricep kickback is used to target the triceps long head by bending the elbow and then extending your arm as straight as possible, except it's just a bit shit. The main problem with this exercise is the lack of constant tension throughout the movement because you're acting upon gravity as opposed to another external force. It's also really hard to stabilize, making your back do this bendy thing that makes you feel like you're getting blown out by Johnny Sins. It's also very hard to progress using being able to keep the same form while increasing the weight. Because the weights go up in 2.5 kilos, this may lead you to cause an injury. Now this is how you make it better. Go over to your trusty cable machine, set the weight so it's about hip height, move your back so it's straight. You can align yourself in the mirror, then pull so there's slight tension in your triceps, bend over slightly and extend. Making sure that your elbow is locked and you've got tension throughout the whole range of motion. Now because the cable is pulling you in, you have constant tension throughout the range of motion because the force is not pushing down now, it's actually pulling you into the cable machine, meaning that all of this has tension as opposed to just the top part. But you still have the top maximal tension at the top of the range of motion. Being able to hold onto the cable machine, making you more stable, maintaining form as you increase the weight. You can also increase the weight in smaller increments because of the cable stack allows you to do that, as opposed to dumbbells going up in more drastic increments. It also gives you a filthy tricep pump. Exercise number 4 is the Zuderman curl. The Zuderman curl or the Zootman curl is just like a regular bicep curl, except the slight twist that you do to your wrists on the eccentric part of the range of motion to target the forearms or the brachioradialis. Okay, there's a couple problems with these. The twist is just not needed. You know, if you really want to train your brachialis, you can't even effectively target it by doing any hammer curls. So the slight twist that you do makes no difference. If you really want to target your forearm muscles, the brachioradialis, you should be doing specific forearm work, which I can include now. The only good thing about this exercise is you are targeting both heads of the bicep, but that doesn't matter because every bicep variation that you do, you target the short and the long head. Because of the twist, it's also hard to progressively overload because of the tempo. You're not necessarily going to keep the tempo if you increase the weight, and if you do, it's going to be a lot harder than just doing a regular bicep curl. So saying that, let me show you how to make them better. Just do regular curls. Choose your favorite curl variation, progressively overload on that, and that'll grow your biggest biceps. Known to do this stupid fucking... Stop doing Zuderman curls, they're not special. Just do normal bicep curls and you'll grow bigger biceps. Alright, what do you reckon is the best forearm exercise then?
Alright, for me personally, it's the behind the back hold. You just gotta literally hold a weight, I don't know, start at 60 kilos, hold it for 30 to 45 seconds, and just squeeze your thumb into your index finger. 50 seconds, we're almost on a minute. Rest.
That's fucked. I feel like I've just choked the chicken about 10 times. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you want to see more videos, like, subscribe, comment more video ideas. Have a wonderful day and thanks for watching. Bye bye.